And so the idea is that they were just in two different worlds. They were together in two different worlds.
That's an interesting, conversation. Could be another podcast altogether. When you have a couple and they're in different areas as far as their academic accomplishments. One person just got their high school degree or maybe just a GED. Another person's trying to get through college. There's a big difference in that you are getting enlightened when you're in college. You're taking it more serious because you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
And you're older, you may have a kid or two you got to juggle. You may have to have another job to juggle, couple jobs to cover the shifts and stuff. You're going to night school. You're doing all kinds of classes on the weekends. You're trying to get it done as quick as possible. You're in two different wavelengths.
It wasn't easy for her, especially having someone that wasn't as helpful.
It wasn't easy for me when I went back, and I didn't even have a kid. I was just working a regular day job. Wifey was holding me down with the bills. I was working landscaping all through that. That kept me grounded.
Yeah.
That kept me wanting to study when I was out there in the 100-degree heat.
Yeah.
But she already went to school, graduated, had a career. I had to get up to her level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And start providing and being the breadwinner. And so I understand that a person that's going to college and somebody who, is no longer getting educated that way, there's different goals. There's different ventures they want to go down.
Because one person has like a certain, they have a goal, meaning that this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
The other person is like, well, I'm kind of already where I want to be.
Yeah.
So if somebody is trying to move to a higher level, I don't want to say.
Not necessarily, Marty, because someone may want to work within a company, and just get that managerial position, or as far as I can go without getting the higher level education. You know what I mean? Like
the guy, in this situation, the guy pretty much reached the level that he could go.
He reached his ceiling.
Yeah, before just completely changing.
And maybe he just loved New York. Maybe he was a true New Yorker and didn't want to leave. There's a lot of people, a lot of city dwellers like that won't leave a city.
There was a lot
more, of country people like that too.
There was a lot more problems in there where it was literally like, hey, are you going to choose this or me?
Yeah, we're just
so I'm not saying that she was right or wrong for making her decision, but that's what she wanted.
Right.
And so me personally, I probably would have examined it a little bit more. Maybe she did. I don't know. I don't know the whole details about it, but at some point she just made a decision that this is what it's going to be, and she ended up here in Dallas.
Yeah.
From Denver?
From New York.
New
Denver,
York? You gotta say New
and
York.
I think she went to Louisiana for a little bit too.
Also,
here to Dallas.
Also, when you graduate, I would imagine in a place like New York City, you got your degree. Now you're starting from the ground level up. You're not gonna get, probably what you think you should get as far as a salary, and things cost way more money there.
That's true.
So when you move out of a big city like that to like a place like Denver or this area, you can get a higher salary. Things are cheaper, besides for housing.
Yeah.
But things are cheaper.
Yeah.
Just outside of a city like LA, New York, Chicago, Houston even.
I think she was looking for like opportunity, I guess, just
opportunity,
whatever the
freedom, fresh air, mountains. There's all kinds of that shit outside of New York. That's the brick city. You're talking brick city over there. So
well, I do like the allure of New York City, because she was telling me that she had a friend that her career, and she was able to pay rent and bills and have money to spend. She was a poet.
Yeah.
She was able to do that in New York City. I'm like, oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
So somebody who actually has their passion project that they want to do, they can actually make a living out of it. Another friend of mine, her sister has a yoga studio in New York City, and she's making a good living doing that.
Yeah, if you're big in like the liberal arts area of things like that, you have to be connected to a big city, because there's a lot more people, a lot more potential customers for that type of stuff, right? Engineers and things like that, they can move around a little bit more. A lot of warehouses and stuff like that, manufacturing, are in smaller towns and stuff you know what I'm saying? Like if you're a poet, I don't think you could really make it in like
Dallas.
No, in Dallas you probably could, but I mean, there's few. You have to be really good. Because there's only a few that are going to be the cream of the crop. But
thank you.
Thank you. Say one of your famous poems that you used to put on Facebook back when you had one.
Love is like a lump of gold.
Oh,
Hard
God.
to get, hard to hold.
But you have to be anchored to a city.
That's
Yes.
true.
You can't be up in Anna, Texas, and be a poet.
Poet,
You
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And trying to make some money. There's
Yeah.
not enough
Yeah.
gigs for you up there,
Right.
and you got to drive an hour into Dallas every day. That's not financially going to make it for you. So.